Have you ever wondered what you'd do if overnight you lost all your gear? Or perhaps you're looking at getting into making videos, taking photographs and vlogging your daily adventures without spending £10,000 on cameras, lenses and accessories. Well, Insta360 think they've got the answer, but being the sceptical guy I am, I'm going to find out for myself. So can this little thing really replace an entire recording studio? Now before we get started, here are 3 quick things. 1. Insta360 did send me the Ace Pro 2 for review, and this is actually a follow-up to a review I did a couple of months ago. And if you'd like to see my original photography-focused review, I'll link it at the end of this video. And secondly, all of the audio that you're going to hear in the outside parts of the video were done with the DJI Mic 2, mainly because I don't have Insta360's dedicated wireless microphone. But from what I've seen, their microphone appears to integrate more closely with Ace Pro 2 and may produce even better wireless audio quality than you will hear when I get outside. And finally, whilst Insta360 provided the camera, they haven't reviewed this video, they've had no input into its content and have absolutely no control over my conclusions. Everything you're about to hear is based entirely on my own experience using the camera. The first test is, what is it like when it's mounted to your windscreen? Because if you're travelling or exploring or simply sharing your adventures, chances are you'll want to show people not just where you've been, but how you got there. And I've had issues with this in the past. I've tried using both the DJI Pocket 3 and Pocket 4, but because they're gimbal-based cameras, I'd often find the horizon drifting slightly when I was cornering, and bumps in the road were still very noticeable. So I later switched to the DJI Action 6, which did solve most of these problems. But how does Insta360 Ace Pro 2 compare? Well, setup was just as easy. I used the same DJI windscreen mount attached to the Ace Pro 2 using its magnetic mounting system. I tightened everything up and within seconds I was ready to go. So for this test, I'm shooting in 4K at 30 frames per second with 45-degree horizon lock enabled to keep the horizon level while we're cornering, and everything else is left largely to the automatic modes. Ultimately, that's how most people are going to use a camera like this. So I think you'll agree, the footage looks really solid, it's super smooth, stable, the horizon stays level when we do go round corners, and the automatic settings have done a very good job of controlling the exposure despite the constantly changing lighting conditions. And honestly, that's exactly what you want from a camera like this. You don't want to be fiddling with the settings every 5 minutes while you're driving down the road. So for me, this is a great result, and the Ace Pro 2 handily passes test number 1. Now before we move on, just in case you're in one of those sessions where you're watching video after video after video, learning tons about photography, you might actually forget to subscribe to the channels that you really enjoy and you like learning from. And hopefully this is one of them. And if it is, then why not subscribe, and I'll continue to bring you more videos about the subject that you love. So another task that I regularly find myself doing is capturing behind the scenes point of view footage, where I've usually got my camera out in front of me so you can see the settings or how I'm framing a particular shot. And up until now, I've been using the DJI Action 6, but once again, it's something the Ace Pro 2 can do perfectly well. For this test, I've attached it to a neck mount and, thanks to Insta360's mounting system, is fully compatible with third-party accessories. The neck mount that I'm actually using is a DJI one, but by using the standard pin and prong system, it connects securely and feels extremely sturdy. And once again, I'm using all of the automatic settings, and you may notice that the exposure will shift slightly from time to time. And if you did want complete control, you can lock the exposure. However, given the constantly changing lighting conditions, with sunlight going in and out behind the clouds, I decided to trust the camera's automatic modes. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, exposure shifts are usually only noticeable when you're making quick cuts between clips where the lighting changes dramatically. But for point of view footage like this, it's normally a case of pressing record and getting on with whatever you're doing, and that's really where the Ace Pro 2 shines. The whole process was completely seamless, and in my opinion, the quality of the footage is indistinguishable from the DJI Action 6 that I've been using up until now. So once again, this is a very strong pass for the Ace Pro 2. So here we are, we're using the vlogging section of the Insta360 camera. A few of the settings have changed. You'll notice if I tilt the camera a little bit, it doesn't stay quite as horizon locked, but that's deliberate, so it's got a more natural feel when you're talking to the camera. I am using the DJI Mic 2. Actually, it's the DJI Mic 3, because as I said, I don't have the Insta360 one. But as you can see, it's all in the automatic modes. The sun is darting in and out of the clouds just now, so it'll be doing a lot of work to try and keep a good exposure. Yes, I can take control of that manually, but that includes a lot of faffing, and when you've got all of this stuff on your back, you want to keep things as simple as possible. So yep, again, another tick in the box. Very easy to vlog with, and if you have the dedicated microphone, then the audio quality can be even better. But David, what's that thing over there? Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you because that's top secret, and that's for next week's video. And if you want to see what that's all about, then hit the like button and subscribe, because it's going to be truly special. Now on to the section that some of you might be more interested in, and that's how does this handle as an actual camera. Now again, I've covered this in depth in my previous review, but now that I feel much more comfortable using the camera and handling the extremely wide field of view when it comes to photography, let's give it another go and take some more shots. It's worth noting that I shoot in RAW, and therefore when I take these photographs into my editing software, whether that's Luminar or Lightroom, I need to apply a camera profile, otherwise you end up with that heavily distorted action camera look. Thankfully, the software sorts that out with no problem at all, and as you can see from these photographs, what's really important is working on your composition and not simply taking big wide shots. Because of the field of view, subjects can become very small very quickly. The camera itself also has a 2x clarity zoom, which Insta360 describes as a lossless format, and to be honest, I very rarely had it any wider than that, because even at 2x, it's still a wide field of view. As I said in my previous video, the quality of the photographs you can get from this camera are staggering. This is actually where I thought it would struggle the most, and I couldn't understand why Insta360 had gone to such great lengths to create photography grips for what is essentially an action camera. But after spending some more time with it and becoming much more competent using it, I completely understand why now. Because the quality of the images it produces is more than adequate for all your social media, for use in YouTube videos, and dare I say it, for printing and hanging on a wall. Now, does it replace my Canon R7 or my Canon R5? Well, definitely not, but the whole point of this video is asking whether this camera gives you everything you need to create high quality content. And once again, the answer is a resounding yes. The fact that the Insta360 now has attachable accessory lenses for the Ace Pro 2 gives the system much more flexibility than many action cameras, where you're stuck with a single built-in lens. Personally, I'd love to see a 5x or even a 10x zoom lens, because I think that would open up far more creative possibilities and allow this system to cover an even wider range of photography. But if I lost all of my gear and I had to start again tomorrow, well, this is starting to look like a very safe bet. Now, if this is starting to look like something you might want to get for yourself, well, the good news is that Amazon Prime Day is just around the corner, and Insta360 have some pretty tasty deals lined up, and they've also recently reduced the price of the Ace Pro 2. And for those of you who prefer a slightly different look, there's now an Arctic White version available as well. So if you do decide to go and pick one up, it would be great if you use the link in the description. It doesn't cost you anything extra, I get a small kickback, and it lets Insta360 know that you came from watching this video, which helps the channel a ton. And you can also use code MUIR for any additional offers that Insta360 are running at that time. Okay, so with that out of the way, there's really one final test that we haven't spoken about yet. Now, it's worth mentioning that everything you've seen in this video is based on entirely how I use a camera like this. There are a whole host of other features that I haven't covered, not because they're missing, but simply because they don't form any part of my workflow. For example, this is still a fully fledged action camera. It's waterproof, it's designed to be mounted to vehicles, helmets and all sorts of accessories. It shoots slow motion, has a dedicated low light mode, built-in microphones and a range of colour profiles if you prefer a finished look straight out of the camera than having to edit everything yourself. There are also some creative features, AI tools and shooting modes that I've barely scratched the surface of. So whilst this review has focused on whether the Ace Pro 2 can replace a beginner content creation setup, the reality is that it's capable of a great deal more than what you've seen in this video alone. But there's one final test that we haven't really spoken about yet, and that's the one that you're looking at right now. All of the studio sections in this video have been recorded using Ace Pro 2. Yes, I've switched to my Shure microphone just for the audio, but the camera you're looking at right now is the same Ace Pro 2 that captured the driving footage, the vlogging footage, and the point of view footage, and the photographs. Because whilst the field of view certainly makes this room look a little bit different to my usual videos, I still think this is completely usable, and this is a great camera for this type of work. And what's really blown my mind is that every single second of this video was either shot, photographed, or captured on the Ace Pro 2. No Canon R5, no Canon R7, no Pocket 4, and no drone footage. Every single thing you've seen today has come from this tiny little camera. And when you consider that, depending on the bundle that you choose, you're looking at roughly £350 to £500. So I think the value for money here is exceptional. Now, does it perform every individual task better than my dedicated equipment? Well, no. Although interestingly, in some areas the answer is as good as, if not slightly better. I found the in-car stabilisation to be great, the point of view footage was every bit as good as what I've been using previously. The only areas where my dedicated equipment really pulls ahead is in photography and videography. But when one camera body and lens combination can cost several thousands of pounds on its own, is the difference in quality proportional to the difference in price? And for me, that answer has to be no. So, to answer the question that we posed right at the beginning of the video, if I lost all of my gear today, what would I buy tomorrow? Well, I think this Insta360 Ace Pro 2 has made a very compelling case for being exactly that purchase. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I will see you in the next one.